Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist Newsreel on Phật Sự Online channel. Here after 5 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam Buddhist University Operating Council has a New Year meeting and celebrate to Most Venerable Rector. Central Vietnam Buddhist Sangha commemorating the death date of the late eldest Most Venerable Supreme Patriarch Thích Tịnh Khiết. The 8th Buddhist Congress of Vĩnh Long Provincial Tenure 2022-2027. Ho Chi Minh City, Medicine Buddha Retreat Course open at Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple in the early year of the Tiger. The ashram of the retreat course of Medicine Buddha in Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple presents offering to monks. The following are the news in details. On the morning of February 22nd, 2022, the Operating Council of Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City had a New Year meeting at Campus 1 and celebrated to the eldest Most Venerable Rector to discuss the implementation of some important upcoming work.
In addressing speech, Venerable Thích Nhật Từ, standing Vice Rector, wished the elder Most Venerable to have a peace of mind and regular wisdom to continue operating the university. On the occasion of the New Year, the elder Most Venerable Rector distributed tokens of flux, and he wished good health and peace for all members of the Operating Council, continuing to devote energies to the course of education at the Vietnam Buddhist University. After that, the elder Most Venerable Rector chaired the meeting to discuss the work of the year and handed over the decision to appoint the head of the monk operating board to the Venerable Thích Phước Lượng. The reverend monks in charge of the faculties respectively reported on the teaching, living, and studying work of the 2 internal institutes, results of COVID-19 screening for monks and nuns, and graduation ceremony plan and other related issues. During the recent time, the Vietnam Buddhist University has implemented online teaching due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, and so far, 338 monks and 805 nuns have been eligible to return to boarding school for offline studying after being tested for PCR. The Most Venerable Rector directed that the Vietnam Buddhist University needed to ensure the health safety of trainee monks and nuns, and epidemic prevention and control should be closely monitored. According to tradition on the New Year meeting, the VBU Operating Council also offered incense to the Supreme Patriarch Most Venerable Thích Tịnh Khiết at ancestral manhole of Vạn Hạnh Zen Monastery, and in memory of Elder Most Venerable Thích Minh Châu, founder of the Vietnam Buddhist University, and Elder Most Venerable Thích Trơn Thiện, former rector of Vietnam Buddhist University in Hue City.
On the afternoon of February 21st, 2022, Most Venerable TIòng NGAY, Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, and religious leaders of the Standing Committee of the Buddhist Administrative Council came to Vạn Hạnh Zen Monastery in Ho Chi Minh City to offer incense to commemorate the 49th death day anniversary of the Most Venerable Supreme Patriarch Thích Tịnh Khiết.
In front of the portrayal photo of the late elder Most Venerable Thích Tịnh Khiết, the congregation respectfully offered incense in the 49th anniversary of the death of the Supreme Patriarch to commemorate and pay tribute to the Venerable Master merits for the Dharma in the nation. After that, the congregation chanted together the Prajnachitta Sutras and made a vow to follow the example of the Supreme Patriarch to build a flourishing Buddhism, a healthy Dharma, and a prosperous nation. The elder Most Venerable Supreme Patriarch Thích Tịnh Khiết, also known as his real name Nguyễn Văn Kỉnh, was born in 1890 in Thừa Thiên Huế Province, died in 1973, who had lived for 83 years with 64 years in monastic service. He was ordained in 1905 at Tường Vân Pagoda, belonging to the 42nd generation of Lâm Tế Zen sect of the Liễu Quán lineage. In 1964, he had the position of first patriarch monk master of the Unified Buddhist Sangha Vietnam. As a messenger of the Tathagata for 64 years, he used the enlightened wisdom and virtue of monk master to lead monks, nuns, and Buddhists to overcome many difficulties, obstacles, and challenges of history. He opened the golden pages of the history of Vietnam Buddhism in the modern times. Previously, on the 20th of February 2022, Most Venerable Chairman visited TIòng Pagoda in Phú Nhuận District to offer incense in memory of National Master Monk Phước Huệ and Grand Elder Most Venerable Thích An on the occasion of the death day ceremony of the two meritorious predecessors. National Master Monk Phước Huệ was born in 1869 in Bình Định Province, ordained at the age of 12 with Zen Master Minh Lý. He was a person with natural wisdom and diligence, so he soon promoted the way of mind and wisdom of the Tripitaka. He made great contributions to the revival of Buddhism in the Central region and was invited by the Nguyễn dynasty kings to the palace to lecture on Buddhism, so he was honored as the National Master Monk. Elder Most Venerable Thích An, head of Trúc Thánh Minh Hải sect, was born in 1926 and passed away in 2011 at the age of 98 with 7 years in monastic service. The religious life of Most Venerable showed a strict upholder of the precepts, and he tried to train talented monks, as well as being associated with the Buddhist revival movement in the Central region. He was a shining example for many generations of monks and nuns to follow.
On the morning of February 19, 2022, the Administrative Board of Vĩnh Long Buddhist Sangha solemnly opened a Buddhist Congress Tenure 2022-2027 at Phật Ngọc Xá Lợi Pagoda, with the attendance of the Buddhist honorifics, clerics leaders of the Sangha, the authorities from central to local levels, and monks and nuns, heads of monastery in the province.
In the opening speech, Most Venerable Thích, head of the Administrative Board of Vĩnh Long Buddhist Sangha, emphasized that Buddhism in Vĩnh Long Province has always maintained the spirit of solidarity, harmony, stability, and development in all aspects during the past 7 terms. Most Venerable believed that this Congress would select young personnel capable of developing Buddhism in the province, contributing to building Vĩnh Long Province wealthier and more beautiful. In the review report, Venerable Thích said that the Administrative Board of Vĩnh Long Buddhist Sangha has successfully completed the monastic work in the past 5 years, highlighted by the social charity work with the amount of 174 billion Vietnam dong. The Congress approved the election of Most Venerable Thích to assume the position of head of the Provincial Buddhist Administrative Board for the new tenure of 2022-2027. Mr. Trần, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, recognized and appreciated the religious and patriotic achievements of monks and nuns, Buddhists of Vĩnh Long Province. In his blessing words, Most Venerable Thích, Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha's Administrative Council, encouraged the new members of the Administrative Board and oriented Buddhist work for the 8th tenure. The Most Venerable Chairman expected that the Venerables should be based on discipline and responsibility, inheriting the Buddhist achievements left by their predecessors, thereby promoting the spirit of solidarity, harmony, and high determination, so as to overcome difficulties and challenges of the times to build Vĩnh Long Buddhism's stable and dignified development.
According to the annual practice in January, Phổ Quang Patriarch Temple in Ho Chi Minh City held the opening ceremony of the retreat course and an altar ritual of 7 healer Buddhas of medicine to pray for the world peace and people's serenities. This year, Dharma ritual takes place from February 17 to February 23, 2022 with 3 sessions of chanting the Medicine Buddha Sutra every day.
In witness, it was honored for the course of the Medicine Buddha ritual to be accomplished. There were Most Venerable Thích, abbot of Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple, and the reverend monks at the temple and pagodas in the city. Sharing by the meaning of the ritual and the retreat course of 7 healer Buddhas of medicine, Most Venerable Thích said, According to the annual tradition, the fiesta ritual is held at pagodas in January in order to pray for favorable weather and peaceful people. In that spirit, the venerables of Patriarchal Temple opened the Medicine Buddha ritual and organized the retreat course of 7 Healer Buddhas of Medicine to pray for world peace, well-being, rapid eradication of epidemics, and healthy happy home for sentient beings. The most venerable head of the organizing board also encouraged the Buddhists attending the retreat course to diligently practice and attend all the prayer sessions with the monks to have a peaceful start in the new year. At the main hall of Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple, Most Venerable the Abbot and other venerable monks demonstrated incense and offered to the 3 jewels together with the crowd to pay homage to the Buddhas and Patriarchs, recited the name of Medicine Buddha and wholeheartedly paid their respects to his 12 great vows.
On the morning of February 20, 2022, at Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple in Ho Chi Minh City, an offering ceremony took place on the occasion of the 3rd day of the retreat course of the Medicine Buddha, performed by Phổ Quang Patriarchal Temple Ashram. The retreat course is held from 17 to 23rd February 2022.
Giving instructions to the Buddhists attending the ascetic retreat course, Most Venerable Thích revealed the 5 traditions of the Buddhist time in the world and Buddhists who had planted good seeds through joyful offerings to the venerable deities. The Most Venerable praised the merits of the ashram, the Buddhists who made offerings, and the Most Venerable also wished the Buddhists always be happy, auspicious, and the souls of the immortals and ancestors would be reborn and happy in the ultimate blissful land of the Buddhas. Next, the Venerables and Buddhists chanted the Medicine Buddha Sutra in unison to pray for world peace and peaceful sentient beings. All Buddhists turned their pure minds to the 3 jewels and made offerings to the venerable deities and received the prayers and blessings of the blessed ones for the entire people and brought peace to the society.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.